The thing with Bane is he's a really strong support, but the issue with him is that he's just a single target support. He doesn't have any crowd control abilities. He doesn't have any, AOE stuns or anything AOE. So really, Bane shines in a lineup or against a lineup which has a very very crucial single hero who you just wanna disable completely. Against this lineup, you know, there's an anti-mage that you want to disable
Yeah, yeah.
completely.
I
There's a
picked. Yeah.
there's alchemist that you want to disable completely. There's a void that you want to disable completely. So Bane is not a good hero because you can literally only use your spells on one of them, and then the other will wreck your team anyway. So a hero like Lion with an AoE stun would have been much better. A hero like other supports would have been better. And this is really where what the biggest issue with Bane is. But looking at your starting items, once again you have Magic Stick, and this time there is no spam at
Yeah.
all. A
This
spamble
this
like
time is.
there's a void who's gonna only use his skill. Okay, his mistake, first mistake. Who's only gonna use his skill to escape, which is like once occasionally. So having a windlace, just replace the magic stick with a windlace, and you're perfect. Also, fairy fire, I don't like at all. You don't really need it. It's something that you might want to think about getting once you're like much higher MMR, but right now it really doesn't help you. 75 gold, you can do so much more for 75 gold. Once
Mhm.
again, having a windlace is so much better. Having instead of the fairy fire, if you have a clarity, like let's look at the fairy fire. Fairy Fire gives you 2 extra damage, which is insignificant, and 75 HP. A Clarity will give you 190 mana. If you look at Brain Sap, for example, and
Yeah.
let's look at level
Sure.
2 Brain Sap, a Clarity will give you almost 2 Brain Saps, which actually gives you 2 instances of 160 damage to the enemy, and obviously healing you for 2 instances of 160. So that's what, 320? So one clarity gives you an ability to nuke for 300 and, 320 and heal for 320, whereas a fairy fire for more gold is literally only giving you 75 HP. And then the
Mhm.
2 damage, you would have to do so much right click to get to 320. So
Yeah, yeah, sure.
uh,
So verify on Bane is not a good option, I think,
on
at all.
on most heroes is not a good option. Secondly,
Okay.
the enemy team will have vision of about this much area. So when you come past this area to ward up here, they see you. They see you coming up here. They see you placing a ward here. And if any of the enemy supports are even marginally smart, they will buy a pair of sentries for 200
Yeah.
gold, come and kill this ward for 100 gold, get XP for killing this ward as well. I forgot how much, I think it's maybe 100 XP as well, which is quite a fair bit. And he still managed to. Okay. So that's a replay bug a little bit. And then they will get the XP because this is guaranteed. They know where the ward is. You got too late with the sleep, so
Yeah.
yeah, shouldn't have happened. And now you don't have
A
sleep.
little, yeah.
Well, you do have sleep. You lost one instance of it. Also, so you've got one ward over here, and then you've got one ward over here. Uh, Not really doing much, these wards, to be honest. The Pudge, an argument can be made for this ward that the Pudge kind of wants the high ground vision to be able to book the Alchemist. But then the
Mhm.
thing is that, first of all, the thing is the Alchemist is a melee hero, so he's usually going to be right in the dead smack middle of the creep wave. So Pudge, maybe Pudge can't even hook him, and even if he can, he's always going to have vision on the Alchemist, so this ward is kind of wasted. Whereas this Phoenix really, really need levels, and he doesn't want this guy to pull these camps back. So you really should
Mhm.
have given the ward to the Phoenix so you can place the ward here. And the other ward, you want to put the other ward over here. Because really, what is this ward doing at the end of the day? This ward is giving you vision on the room. Now, once again, an argument can be made that since as an alchemist, you want to really allow the Pudge to make sure that he goes for the bounty room to ensure
Yeah.
alchemist doesn't get it. but um, at the same time, what you can do is you can actually go down there yourself every 2, 4, 6 minutes and save this early game. Or to be honest, it's really the first 2 minute rune that you have to focus on. So you just make sure you get down here for the 2 minute rune, and after that, by that time, you will have another observer in the base, and then 2 minute at roughly 2.5 minutes, you get that observer, and then you place the observer here, and then you Gucci. But right now, you really need a worm over here so you can keep track of the movements on the off lane,
Yeah, okay, I get it.
especially
Yeah.
yeah, especially when you're on tri lane. So you stack this camp, which is perfect, and you pull it a bit too early, but it's fine. Steve is fine. All right, you can actually pull it once again at 15. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is something that I want to talk about. Actually, let's go all the way back here. So the thing to note is you need to know which of these creeps will actually kill your entire wave quickly, because it's really important. Uh, it's important to deny this wave from your enemy, and
Yeah.
it's equally important to actually get this uh, the XP for this entire camp, for this double camp, right? That's what gets you levels, really. So you have to make sure that when you stack and pull, you get the entire creep wave. Now, um, you have to understand which of these creeps, which of these small creep camps will actually kill your wave really fast. These guys, these poison guys,
Mm-hmm.
they do a lot of extra damage, and they kill your wave faster, they die slower. And also the snow girl, who slows your attack and movement
Yeah.
speed, they also deal extra damage. So you have to right click them down constantly to be able to kill them. So really,
Mm-hmm.
what you should have been doing is just constantly right clicking these guys. Looks like you kind of were, but you were right clicking these guys. Okay, so yeah, so you should have been right clicking these guys,
Mm-hmm.
the poison
Poisoned
guys.
ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure they die. If they didn't die, that's fine. Pull this again at 15. Sorry, 40, 45. And
45, yeah.
hopefully, if you're right clicking them down, then they will all die before the minute mark, so that you can get the spawn again. Now the mistake you made here. Let's see. You had the spell, you didn't use it. Oh, you did use it. You used. Oh, okay. I thought you used it. Okay, so you used it on the wrong person. Actually, what you should have
Mm-hmm.
done is you used it on the Bane. Sorry, on the Void,
On
because
Void, yeah.
this guy, he's a support. He doesn't deal that much damage. He's not scary. He can't really do much. And yeah, you maybe could have harassed him, killed him. I
We
don't know.
probably can get a kill if I sleep Void.
Absolutely. If we go back, actually, I just realized. Um, yeah, if you slept. Okay, let's go back a little bit. See, right here, you could have slept Void, and then Rubik could have picked this guy up. Does he have the spell? Yeah, I don't know what the hell he didn't
Yeah, yeah.
use it for. So Rubik could have picked this guy up, thrown him back. All three of you are right clicking this guy instead of you engaging in a right click fight with this guy, and then you actually could have potentially, like, this guy. Nobody actually tried to kill him. Guys just
Mm-hmm.
sort of ignored him. He's got like what, 500 HP? Less than that. Anyway. Alright, so first blood happened in bot lane. Don't want to talk about that. Once again, if we look at your inventory, you have no items. You have no HP region items or mana region items. You just use your last priority. So at this point, first off, there are two. There should be two. There should be two soon anyway. There's an observer board in base. What you should do is 3 minutes in, you should upgrade the courier, sure, but you need to get this observer board as well. Once you buy the observer board and the courier, you're gonna have what, 65 gold left over. You buy
Yeah.
a clarity with that 65 gold. On Bane, you don't really need HP regen too much because you've got Brain Sap. So that's something that you're okay with on this hero. So yeah. So all you really need are clarities. So you need to get that done immediately. 3 minutes in, this should have happened already. So you're just walking around, not doing much. You could have actually pulled this camp by now. Uh, See what you're doing right now is just standing there in lane, leeching XP. Let's
Mm-hmm.
look at when you started just standing around. First off, at this point, you should have gone back to base because you have two sets of tangos, which will bring you up to 400 HP. You've got one clarity, which really doesn't, your spells are really high cooldown. Sorry, high mana. So what you should have done right now is just gone back to base. Honestly, yeah. So that was at 2 minutes in, you were low HP, and you stood around. You didn't do anything at all. You almost did. You actually didn't even reach XP. So you just stood there, and you right click that guy once. So it's been over a minute now, and you haven't done anything. This is something that is actually it's going to be 2 minutes. Wow. You see, it's been 2 minutes now, and you have not done anything. You have not pulled. You have not stacked.
Yeah.
You have not used your spells. You have not harassed anybody, and you come for the rune contest, but the Rubik is already there. So, like, not much is happening. You're going for the kill, but wow, the Pudge. I think the Pudge was waiting for you to sleep the guy, and then he would have hooked him because he was in
Yeah,
position.
maybe.
Yeah. So since 2 minutes in, you really haven't done much. Like you harassed the alchemist, and okay, so did he actually go back to base? All right, that's quite a decent job. So that is good. That is good. 53 stack. Okay, should have stacked it on 53. So you really need to get into the habit of being active. And when we talk about the support being active, it's mostly stacking camps, mostly concerned with timekeeping, really. You need to make sure you know what time it is, and you need to make
Mm-hmm.
movements based on that time. Stacking, pulling, rune contest, keeping a TP so that you can TP into the mid lane, help out your mid laner if he's dying. So if you have another support, join up with your support. Smoke, you buy a smoke, go to the mid lane, gank the mid lane if you have the potential to kill the mid laner. Because you guys, if you smoke, if you nightmare, alchemist, Pudge can hook him, and he's dead. He's a dead man, guaranteed. What the hell is this?
I don't know. Yeah. I saw this, but I don't know what was that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
he want to hook
yeah,
a.
predictive. He's, he just moved at the last second. All right. So mana regen, once again, you don't have any mana regen. You need to get mana regen. That's it.
Something like Soul Ring, maybe.
I think Soul Ring needs too much gold. I think a clarity or two would be enough. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Once again, having boots, you bought these boots for a very long time now. They're just sitting in base. What you could have done is bought a Sobi mask from here, long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, by this, if you had, once again, if you have Windlace, you can actually get away with not getting boots. If you had Windlace by this time, you would have had Windlace and Soul Ring. That means you just spam your spells whenever you feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you can actually jungle pretty effectively and get gold from the jungle, or even get a couple of kills or assists and get gold that way, and then you can get boots and whatever else you need. So it's really important to um, get the right items. But once again, same as last game, we are seeing that the vision has stopped expanding. There's no vision on the map. There's two wards, and both the wards are doing the same thing, really. And these wards are giving you vision of somebody like coming in from like nobody's gonna gank you from here. Like, the mid laner is an alchemist.
Yeah.
Alchemist is not gonna gank anyone. And on top of that, your mid laner is a Pudge. Nobody's gonna go and gank Pudge. On top of that, the top lane person is ancient apparition. He's not going to go and gank anybody. He's not going to leave this lane. Even if he does, he's not going to be able to do anything. He can't gank. So really, the ganker is this guy. This is the guy you need to be afraid of, and he's in the
Yeah.
bot lane. That means you need vision somewhere here to make sure you know where he's going. Also, you need vision somewhere around here and vision around here, so that Pudge can come and hook. So this is one thing that you have down. You have vision
Hmm.
on here. But then this ward, all this ward is doing is checking the room. But really, at this point, you don't. Okay, fine. You need a ward. I can agree, understand that you want a ward to see where the bounty rune is, but you could easily put the ward over here to check this rune, and then it actually gives you vision for the line as well. So these two wards kind of give you. So these two wards are giving you this vision. You see, whereas what you could
Hmm.
have had is you could have had is this vision. Now that gives you more surface area on the map and less overlap, really. And you see the Pudge. Okay, I was like, Pudge might die. Alright. Sleep? Oh, God. Okay. Nice, dead. We've got mana boots now, that's pretty good. I think Soul Ring is better on Bane than mana boots. Because the Soul Ring actually gives you 150 mana every 30 seconds. 150 mana every 30 seconds, whereas a
Yeah.
Arcane Boots actually give you 250 mana, sure, but it also costs. Oh, it doesn't cost anymore. Yeah, it used to cost. Oh, no. Replenish mana restored is 135. What?
135. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. So this gives you, let's just say 1 minute. So this gives you 130 mana, 135 mana every minute, whereas Soul Ring gives you 150 mana every half minute. So this actually gives you double the mana. The only difference is the Arcane Boots actually give you the plus 250 base mana, which is pretty nice. But I think still Soul Ring is better and it's cheaper.
But my mana cost of my spells, it's enormous. So I just bought arcane boots because it's like ultimate 200 mana and one sleep, one brains
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and I'm done.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that you could have had Soul Ring first and then gone for mana. You're still gonna get mana books. There's no doubt about that. But you could have had Soul Ring first. Let's look at this replay. So what you need to do when you cast Fiend's Grip is you can use Shift Key. You can use the Shift ability, or nowadays um, you can actually see the stunned bar,
Yeah,
and you
sure.
can use it at the very last. You don't actually even need to use it at the very last second. Like this is pure damage, right? So you will do. Wait, is this level 3? You're level 7. This would be level 4. So level 4 does three.
It have to be, yeah.
Yeah, so level 4 does 300 damage, right? So all you really need to make sure is right now pop it.
Yeah,
Just use it,
yeah.
and he's dead, guaranteed dead guy. But you waited too long, and the cast animation actually he got away. He might still die actually. He's gonna die. Yeah. So that's fine. You ended up using
Two
extra
skills.
165. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think at the end of the day, what we really need to concentrate on in your support gameplay is the items aren't that big. To be honest, you're making whatever items you buy, you are making them work. A little bit of extra mana regen should be there. Don't start off with
Hmm.
magic stick. Start off with windlace instead and consumables as in clarities and tangos. And the most
Hmm.
important thing is you need to not be AFK. You need to constantly be doing things. Need to keep a eye out on the timer, and just make sure that
Mhm.
you're constantly doing something. So that's your number one
Okay.
priority.